Hey, everybody, happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Welcome to another edition of Relationship Recap. This is your girl, Crystal Jordan. And please, I am having a bad hair day today, but I'm going to ask you guys to please bear with me. Bear with me, and let me go ahead and bring my co host, Scorpio Moe, in. What's up, Teresa? What's up, True Love Forever? Okay, y'all ready to talk about tonight? I love it. Scorpio Moe, what's good?
What's good? How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I am good. I am good. It has been a long week, but I am glad that it is Friday.
It does feel like a long week, doesn't it?
It was a long week. It was one. Tamasha, what's up, girl? I owe you a call and a recap. A call and a recap. But yeah, it feels like it was a long week. You know what I did yesterday? I was a guest on a podcast we were both invited to um, with a young lady named Miracle, and it was called The Soft Life.
Right.
And it was interesting because Rob was there, Rob Malloy,
Right.
and it was, the whole idea was that women should be trying to adopt this soft life. And I was just like, I'll have some commentary on that. But I did say to women, like, you cannot have a soft life if you're always working all the time and talking all the time. And if you don't have a soft mouth, may not lead to a soft life.
Well, can you define soft life?
Well, I think soft life is probably the opposite of what I lived for most of my time, like just hard working, just working all the time, work being first and foremost. Thank you, Miss Hale, girl. It was big tonight. But I think it's like allowing a man to cater to you and being able to receive, because a lot of times women, specifically women of color, have a hard time receiving. And so I think it's about really being able to receive.
Oh, I don't think they have a hard time receiving.
Well, without demand. Let's say that.
Um,
Receiving without demanding. It was an interesting conversation. Hopefully, I'll be able to share some of that later on the channel. I did also share. Hey, Jacqueline, glad you got a chance to get up with us live too, because the live chat is the best. That's when you get it first, you get it fresh. And then, but we still appreciate you guys that watch it afterwards, in case you don't get it. But oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that people really, really, really Princess, that is hilarious. I may have earlier today. But yeah, this you guys are ready for this episode. Before we get into the episode, I got a question. You and I have been going back and forth with questions, and there is the viral video of the young lady that was upset because a man sent her $30 for lunch, right? And that led us to another question. Let me ask you first, Mo, and then we're going to ask the chat. If a person is not working, should they be dating at that time?
No. When you think about the big thing, no. But I understand why they tried to. But the bottom line is no.
Okay. So we went on, I was watching this on Fox Soul, and Al, and he had a gentleman friend on there, a gay man that, hold on, let me pull it up because I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want to get this wrong. His name, because he's a very popular influencer. So it is the Armand Wiggins, right? So they were talking about the situation of the guy giving the girl $30, and he was saying that you should have given her at least $100 would be fair. And Al was saying that didn't make any sense. Now, if a person were to give someone $100 for lunch every day for a month, that would be $3,000 a month, which would equal to $36,000 a year. And he brought up the fact that the average African American male makes $47,000 a year. So how are we giving people $100 for lunch?
the sense of entitlement is crazy. I mean, these are people. I'm grateful if someone even asked, "What did I eat for lunch? Did I enjoy lunch?" Let alone $5.30 to whatever dollars it is, right?
Right.
I just think that now it's gotten so far out of hand, and who has time? What the average lunch break is an hour? Would you say?
Yeah, at least an hour. Average lunch break is an hour. But I guess now Alexis brought up a good point because the young lady was explaining herself, and I guess the guy was, acting like he was a baller. And I do know
So
that a lot of girls, if you act like you got it, it's gonna be like, okay, well, show me then, show me, show me.
right. So that goes. But we'll stick to this. But we could say that on a whole nother level for men and sexuality and stuff, and we could say the same thing. But we're gonna stick to this. All right. Because I mean, a man could be trying to impress you because he likes you. That doesn't mean you take advantage of that.
Facts.
Or he wants to be taken advantage of. And if you feel like that, then just leave that man alone.
Yeah.
But instead you say, no, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do that then. You know what I mean? And I just think that's wrong. And then this whole, I've heard that a lot. That bothers me when they were like, well, if you're going to do it, and where are we going, man? Where are we going?
Well, I think it's two things. I think that if you lead with your money, someone's going to try you for it. Just like if a woman leads with her body, a man's going to try her for it. But it's crazy to me. I think that if a person, you should not do what you're not able to do, right? And so I don't think a man should go broke trying to impress a woman. That probably just isn't the woman for you, right? If you have to try to go broke trying to impress her. But I don't think I don't know. Maybe because I don't think I'm a cheap person, or I don't think I accept less than. But if a guy sent me $30 for lunch, I wouldn't be offended at that. I don't understand where the the disgust is coming from, but I also think if a guy had act like he had all this money and he was just like, money is no object, then I probably would have been like,
can I tell you something that's not being, I think we're skipping over a part.
mm-hmm.
A lot of times the men are acting like that because you carry yourself like that. And he feels like he needs to. That part gets skipped over a lot, I notice. Like if you see the woman, it could be a fake bag, or if you see her acting in a certain demeanor, you assume, just like if she's pretty, as a man, a lot of times we assume she has a man because she's pretty.
Yeah.
Or if you go to her Instagram and she's at all these places that she requires this. So I feel like I need to do this. Not that, but the women that aren't really about that life, and even if it's presented to them, they'll tell you. And then the guy calm down. All it is a conversation.
Yeah. I mean, but just because I don't think one person's actions can cause somebody else to do something out of their, whatever you do, you did because you wanted to do. And
yeah. At the end of the day.
Yeah. So, I mean, I mean, before when I was dating, I was moving around, traveling a lot because that's what my job did. So, and that's what was my lifestyle. So a lot of guys were like, well, I thought you were this way. Well, I am. And that's fine. But just because this is what I'm doing doesn't mean that's making you do anything. Just do you.
But if you're around, if he sees you with the athletes and the entertainers, he assumes that you're accustomed to something.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, in order for him to have a shot, he needs to. And that doesn't, he doesn't like you or he's trying to lead with money. Men, I mean, if we go to the gym and we work out and we take our shirt off for around women, we're trying to impress. This is what men do to get to impress. It doesn't mean we get them only to sleep with them. Sometimes we do it because we genuinely like them. And she takes it as, oh, you're just leading with we lead with the best thing that we got, or try to put our best foot forward. That doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. Now he could be doing a bad act and doing it the wrong way, but it doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think it just, we just all have to give each other grace in both in all areas. But that brings us to, I think, tonight's hot topic question, or one of tonight's hot topic questions, because there was a lot going on in tonight's episode. So because we're talking about money and we're talking about lunch, I think we should get into the first clip. I mean, into this clip tonight, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Did y'all talk about your income already?
Does the income matter?
I don't know.
Let me talk about income. How much I got to be making?
Did you ask her, does she like humble living?
I'm under 100K. Does that bother you?
It's not a concern. I make my own money, but I do want somebody that's ambitious.
Women nowadays, man, they different, dog.
The fact that West keeps bringing up monetary value and kind of superficial qualities, it's kind of bringing red flags. Maybe she wants a guy with a large bank account, and I don't have that.
I definitely ain't rich, but I'm a 16-year military veteran, and I have, other sources of income.
You gonna need it with her.
Yeah.
That's a joke, man.
You saying I can't borrow?
No.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Maya, Justin, and William. I'm gonna let you go first. What were your thoughts on this scene?
The ex is letting you know what it is, and I can just tell by his demeanor, his swag, he kind of keep himself up that he had or has a couple dollars, and he's trying to tell you, bro, if you gonna do this, this is who she is. I told you thus far, but this is what it is, and you can't either, you gotta take it or leave it. I believe him, and it's up to him. But the whole thing, what did he say? Humble living.
Yeah, he was like, what he said? Do ladies? You asked her, did she like humble living? Ew, that was a catchphrase.
It's like, why would you assume that I'm living?
Well, PE teacher that says a humble salary.
Mississippi, that might be a lot of money with it. I don't know. I don't want to assume with anybody, I'm saying, count anybody else's money.
Yeah, I hear you, but Justin, what I liked about Justin is that he was like, well, I don't have a lot of money. He was like, he was himself, which I think was dope, by him just jumping in there and saying, if she's looking for a big bank account, I don't have that. You know what I mean? And PE teachers generally don't have. That's a job that people do because they have passion and a love for something, not necessarily because they're trying to become wealthy, right?
First level is, okay, we got to have a job to date y'all. Okay, we get that. And then it's like, okay, it can't just be any job now. Mm-hmm. It's like, then it's like, well, where does the list start at? You know what I mean? Like, where does it start at that we can, or can't or shouldn't? And it's just, believe it or not, when you deal with shit like, it's pressure. It's pressure.
Yeah, but I think the best thing for pressure, because I think both sides have pressure, right?
Yeah.
But I think the best thing for that is just to be yourself. And then if it's not for you, what's meant for you won't pass you. I think I agree with you. I think the ex definitely has some money. And I've been around men with a lot of money, and men with a lot of money like throw it around and kind of use it to intimidate men that don't. It's just like guys that are big like to kind of throw their size around. Guys that are tall like to throw their height around. Like everybody tries to lean into what they have that gives them an advantage. Pretty girls show the body off. Girls.
Right. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, it's not, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think he went too far.
No, he did.
But I also think it speaks a lot to Maya, because that's you can tell a lot by a person's ex.
But let me ask you this: did you see any signs of that prior though?
Yeah, you
did. I didn't catch it.
We talked about that. We talked about that a couple weeks ago with her being. I think we had this conversation with her being an influencer and doing the stuff. That is usually connected to.
Yeah, you're right. We did.
Yeah.
That
don't go with somebody that is someone that's really into the exterior of it and you can only have the exterior of it if you've got the cash, or it looks like you have the cash. Let's say that.
Right. Right.
But let's talk about William.
William kind of he didn't listen. He was confident in everything. I just didn't like I have the military thing, and we don't know how much you're getting for the thing.
He was just trying to stay afloat. He was like, I have benefits.
There you go.
I put my benefits on the table.
There you go.
That's what he was doing.
I got health dental over
here. Yeah. But I don't think there's anything wrong. I saw people in the comments when I posted the clip on YouTube saying like, what's wrong with a woman wanting more? I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody wanting what they want, but I think you do have to realize what is, what that comes with. So, and then I also think you just got to know what it is. So if you know this is what you want, then you got to be sure that you are providing you're using the right bait to catch that fish. That makes sense.
Yeah, I just think when you do that though, as a man, and you do that you got the bait to catch the fish, right? You got the money, women. It's like it's a situation where do you want somebody or do you need somebody, right? And the want and need, we've had that conversation before. Do you want you or do you want somebody to need you? And some people want to be needed.
Right.
Some people be wanted. Well, if you want to be wanted, if you want to be needed, anybody, let's say that it's money, anybody with money can fulfill that need.
Right.
Guys in that position, they got, let's say he's a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not a multi-millionaire though.
Right. He just got one of them M's behind him.
But the thing is, he won't take her around guys with millions.
Yeah, because he knows that she's not really there for him.
Because soon as she go into another room with the mother dudes, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one of the issues that they deal with, and she was like, well, why you don't never take me nowhere? Because he know, you know what I'm saying? So he keeps her at a certain level.
That's on him because he picked a girl like that.
But you picking somebody that needs, when you got money, anybody with money can fulfill that need.
Right.
But if somebody wants you, they have to desire you. That's different. That's what I would prefer, but that's a different level. And they have to desire you. You can't just want somebody. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I see in that situation right there.
Yeah, I agree with Lady Day. Maya doesn't seem to really be into anybody. She seems to be more into herself as far as like, I want the guys to pursue me, but I don't think she really is into I think she enjoyed playing with LaRon, like that little scene that she had, that was really about playing with him. I don't think she was into,
LaRon was the best fit. He got a couple dollars, seemed like that was the best fit.
He got a couple dollars, but yeah, or Chaz. It seemed like Chaz. Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
It seemed like Chaz got a couple dollars and has a lot of connections. But yeah, I don't think Maya really was into William or Justin. And I think we thought that we liked the idea of where they were in life with Maya and Justin. But I kind of had a sneaky suspicion that his PE teacher job was not going to be a good fit for her. And unfortunately, I was right. Why are you laughing?
This is the way, you don't say his job. The way you say PE, you put the extra on the PE.
No,
he works. You ain't got to keep saying that. We know he working.
No, but I like Justin. I think Justin is a great guy, and I think a lot of women would be appreciative.
No, I Justin and Ron are my favorite people on there. Guys on there.
I think I like Justin. I think that he's young. I think that a lot of women. I told you guys last weekend I went to my girlfriend's school, and she owns a school. There are teachers that work there. It is a job that really should be paid a lot more, and it's definitely something that I have a lot of respect for. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying I know that yeah, we're gonna get to that, Miss Pretty Amazing. I think that it is is something that some women would respect and others may not.
That's a fact.
Right? I would, okay, so I just thought that date was a waste of time. I thought that Maya probably looked best with her ex. I think she should get back with her ex. They look cute together.
Just because they look cute together?
I'm just saying, it seemed like they had a little chemistry to me, more chemistry than her and anybody else on the show. I know they showed us that next week her and LaRon are good, but really like this, I'm gonna say this before we get into the rest of the couples. I don't think there are any connections with this group except for Alonzo and Patrice, and that's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I don't know who the hell is connected. I mean, I just at this point it's a free for all. I don't understand what most of the people are doing on this show at this point. Like, what is Rashina doing? What is Maya doing? What is Mika doing?
Trying to survive.
Scratching and surviving.
The Mika stuff, we'll get to that too. I saw a lot going on with that.
I'm ready. Scratching and surviving. Let's go to Mika next because
okay.
Y'all, I just don't understand what is happening. What is happening? First of all, do you think it was fair and do you think it was true that she had absolutely no ex to bring to the show?
I don't necessarily think it was all the way true. She could have did somebody, but here's the thing. I saw a red flag in that.
Okay.
And the red flag was she was like, the baby kid's father didn't want nothing to do with her but to talk to her. Usually when it's like that, she did something wrong in the relationship.
That's true. I didn't think about that. That's good. That's good. That's good.
First one, I can't call it because she was just like, I don't want to. But the whole thing was a red flag that you couldn't bring anyone. And then the fact that your baby's daddy, which is the two sons' father, you say he only wants to deal with me talking about my sons. That let me know it's a good chance you did something wrong. So
I thought maybe he just didn't want to come on TV, but you could be right.
He said it. She said he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, I heard. And I'm saying I was thinking that maybe he just didn't want to be on reality TV, but no, you're right. That's usually when the woman is super trifling and he trying to be a good dad. So he like, I gotta just cut out any type of interaction with you.
Time I want to talk to you was about my boys. That's it. Usually,
Yeah, no. That's true. Hell, at first I thought maybe Tommy was the ex. I was like, why is she still on this show? Maybe she did mess around.
Okay, but and then
why is she here? Who does she have a connection with?
But I was seeing her attitude. She is what's the word for it?
She knows she's a pretty girl and she knows it. She's like, I'm not changing nothing.
But it's coming out. It's the attitude that a lot of men complain about. I see it, and it's just her. I guess these dudes ain't really it for her, and it take that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did, Bossy D. I did think Tommy had flued her out. I did. I was like, what? Because and it's not even just her. It's her and Rashina and Maya at this point, but especially Rashina and Mika. We have seen no connections at all. Now, I will tell you this. When Mika hugged Chaz, she did close her eyes. Could we talk last week about the fact that guys close their eyes when they hug somebody? I saw when she went in for that hug with Chaz, she did close her eyes. But I did, and I wonder, Miss Prit, why didn't she bring the rapper? Where was the rapper that she went on a date with? Where was the exes? I just don't believe that the way Mika, she has nobody that's an ex. That's a red flag.
Not only that, but there's a couple dudes in the stash. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm not believing that. She just didn't want no. There's probably a lot of toxicity and maybe nobody would do it. Something's up, but that doesn't. And in times past, people have been penalized for that.
Let me ask you this: would you do that? Would you, if you were on one of those shows, would you bring, or would you be the person to go on or bring someone? If you were single, pardon me.
If I was single,
could you call? Could there be a part and would actually appear on the show?
Okay, if I was on the show, which I would not have been, but if I was on the dating show, I do have guys I've dated that I could bring on the show. I do.
Okay.
That I'm cool with. We're not, we're cool. We're not together, but we're also not enemies.
Now, vice versa. Would you go on the show for some?
Nah. No, let me say it. Probably not, just because I wouldn't go on dating on TV to date. But if I was open to that, and one of my guys I had went out with asked me, then I may. I don't. That makes me look kind of crazy. I don't know. See, I always think about, what am I looking like? What is going to be the conversation? But if it was like a good friend, I don't really.
No, just someone you dated.
I doubt it. Then, if I was somebody I dated and I don't, I doubt it. I mean, I want everybody to find love, but I don't necessarily need to be the vehicle that brings you to it.
Okay.
What about you?
No. I told you my ex couple months ago said this particular, I guess you would say signature scent. She was like, "What is that?" And asked me, because she wanted to buy it for her.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "What?" She was like, "What's wrong with that?" I was like, "Well, if you don't think nothing's wrong with him, tell him where you got it from."
Yeah, I forgot you said that. That's a little different. Yeah. But okay. So, what if you were on the show? Would you create an ex?
How do you do that?
Like, just ask somebody that you know just to come on there with you as an ex.
I ain't doing that.
Not a real ex.
No, I could, but if I go on the show, then I'm open to everything. I would never be on the show. But if I did, I got exes I could call and do it. I'm gonna do it. You know one of them, at least two. Yeah, you know one of them. She'll do it.
Which one? Give me
Chaz.
Oh, well, you can say her name. I was gonna ask for a code, but just put the name out there. Okay. All right. Yeah.
He would do it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. See, I don't think y'all, they said Mika can't bring someone's husband on the show. My God.
Bingo.
Right. Whoa.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, but let's talk about her and the conversations. Because she's always like, she just is the fact that she doesn't want any more children. She just is very unmovable, right?
Right.
I'm not changing. This is why, and I'm not mad at that, but it just doesn't seem to work on this show. It just doesn't.
But that doesn't seem to work dating, period. If you meet a woman on the site and you're trying to like, it's a lot of women like that.
Yeah.
It's real, like everything is a noun to go, whatever they don't budget on, and then all you gotta do is just visit them 10 years later. That's all you gotta do.
People are saying that Anisha 618 says she lacks warmth. Do you agree with that?
Thank you. That's the word. Yes. Thank you. That was a good one. Because that's true. That's what I see. That's one of the words I was looking for. Yeah. She just seems cold and callous and just like, yo, man, but it's a lot of women like that.
Now, the Haitian Empress, I agree with this. She said, I think she's unmovable because she's been hurt, also seems protective of her children.
Okay.
I do think that a lot of times when people are hurt, they does cause them to put up that defensiveness, and be standoffish like she is. Very, very guarded. I think that could be, but if that's the case, then you're not really ready to love.
But here's the thing. I bet you the baby daddy, like she said, he wouldn't come. He only wants to talk to her. She would invite him, but she probably still really likes him.
Yeah, well, that's the case with a lot of people and their baby daddy.
Yeah, but then that doesn't mean that that's the person for you, though.
No, absolutely not. More times than not, it doesn't. Right.
But yeah, she does seem cold, just a little like. I've been on dates with that. I'd be like, yeah, I won't be calling her no more.
Is she still here because of her looks?
I don't know, but I did get another look at the body again. And yeah, I did get another gander at it. Yes. I did see what they was talking about. I get it, but that ain't enough to keep her around, though.
Yeah.
Ain't no.
Yeah. What did you think of her when she went on the date with Chaz last week and she was like really, really complimenting him a lot? What did you think about that?
Here's my thing. Chaz is into Chaz.
Man.
Yo, and Tommy is into Tommy because he said something I caught too.
What did you catch?
On which one first?
Tommy first.
Tommy goes in, he meets all the ladies, right? You gotta watch this. And he goes, the ladies was like, yo, y'all ladies look nice or whatever. He don't keep it at that. He go, what about me? How I look?
That's that Kappa energy.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, when women say sassy, that's what I think of. When you know what I'm saying? So to go to Chaz, son did the same thing, kind of. He was like, she was like, yeah, you smell good all the time. You whatever. And then he goes, like, all the time?
Yeah. He was fishing for more compliments. He was fishing for more compliments. All right. We're gonna get into Chaz last because we're gonna talk about Chaz. We're gonna talk about Chaz. Let's pivot to, and you know what's interesting? I thought that was weird that Maya did not have LaRon. It's just, I don't know, production is playing these games with us because the people that they have on dates are like not even the ones that, I mean, I just don't know. I'm just confused. We saw Justin with Maya, but we didn't see LaRon with Maya.
I think
what's happening
with the people that will kick them off or more likely to kick them off. Does that make sense?
I guess, but it's lame. Oh, so let's talk about Patrice and Alonzo, because when we were in the women's lounge, I'm like, they gonna try to kick this man off, and he has a genuine connection.
I thought I was tripping. I was like, that don't sound right.
I was like, if they come back if we go to break and Alonzo leave, I'm gonna be done with this commentary.
That's production messing with us. It gotta be.
Yes, but it's just stupid because, of course, this is my thing, and this is when I realized, like, is Ready to Love a whole plant, right? Because how are you supposed to charm at the very end like it is now? They get ready to go on the final trip. How are you supposed to charm people and be honest with a connection? Because every time they do this, the guy like Chaz that's hollering at everybody is going to end up getting penalized for that. Alonzo has picked the one that he wants.
I think that's how you stay, but it's kind of smarter, Chaz. That's how you stay not being on the chopping block. He's a people pleaser. He's trying to please all the women.
He's trying to please himself is what he's doing.
Well, at the end of the day, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You please everybody, they're less likely to vote you out. You're not on the chopping block.
Every season, you guys know from the first season, men always end up not able to pick which woman, and the women get mad and say he's playing games, and then Tommy comes in and is like, play, you gotta make a choice. You gotta take it real with these ladies. And it's like, but you just what? Ready to Love. Y'all, okay, so let's get into this conversation on Patrice and Alonzo. Make sure that you guys, before we start, make sure y'all are liking this conversation. We don't want to have to beg y'all at the very end. Y'all go ahead and like the conversation and share it. We have around 300 people in the chat on a Friday night. That's what's up. All right, let's talk about Alonzo and Patrice and the date. Mo, in your rule book,
yes,
what grade do you give him for the museum date?
I like that. I would give him A. That's fly. I like that. I'm not mad at that at all. I like that. That was fly. Especially if he actually shut it down and not production and he did it. But I give him an A for that.
Well, production probably shut it down.
But hopefully if it was his idea or something, but I do like that. It was fly. She was impressed, so I guess it doesn't matter whose idea it was. Yeah. Good for him. And I like him for her.
I do. Why the Haitian Empress? Why do you give him an F? I'm not gonna do that. You explain yourself, ma'am. I don't think he shut down the museum, but I do know people that have done that. I know, celebrity guys that have done that for shut down stores and restaurants and football fields. That takes a lot of money. Takes a lot of money. But I think that he wanted to put his best foot forward. And so maybe he went to production with the idea, or maybe he told them he wanted to do something special for her.
Now,
The fact that he had that date and nobody else did, I like that, right? So we don't know if it's just a blessing from production or what. But it was, I want to point this fact out. Alonzo has not been serious. He's been very, very playful. I love the fact, and I think women need to pay attention to the idea that when he really liked a woman, when she said, "I don't feel like you're serious," he showed up and he rose to the occasion. That is the blessing in all of this.
And sometimes the one-time conversation is saying it to the man that's going to get it, because sometimes we don't know. Just so y'all know, sometimes we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But once we get a whiff of it and we see it like, oh, I'm supposed to, the guy for you or the guy that has a heart for you will jump into place.
Right.
And he did, and I commend him on that.
Yeah, I liked it. I like that, and I feel like he really did. Like, now, I think the two of them are a good fit. Even her ex seemed kind of eclectic like him. And he said, if you guys notice, he said that he had a lot in common with the ex, Dro. So I was like, yeah, this and she is, first of all, I think she's adorable. I just love, she's got such a pretty face. I really like Patrice. And she has a sweet spirit. She doesn't seem to have some of the energy that we get from some of the other ladies.
Right.
I thought that was a cute date. Now, I am a little concerned that he sent the picture of that to Vanessa. What was that about? I don't understand. That was very strange to me because I don't understand.
I have two reasons why that could have happened. Number one, to hit you with some, see what you missed or what I could have did for you, low key.
Child, please.
I'm just saying.
No, I mean, obviously something is there.
That's one direction.
Okay.
Another direction is you gonna tell the other ladies in the room, he would have showed whoever. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was proud of that.
Okay.
And ladies to go back and talk, and girl, I heard what he did for you, and just that, you know what I'm saying? Cool. I just wanted some points, man. I don't think it was no big deal. But I did think he messed up, though.
I think he messed up. I do think that he wanted to show off. I think he was proud. And that would suggest that maybe it was more production than him.
Look what I did. But here's the thing. If you're going to do that, keep it as that. But when they talked, he ran his mouth and he said too much.
But see, that would make me feel like production did that for him. And he was so wowed by it that he wanted to show off.
Right. But what I'm saying, he ran his mouth and told her how he felt about, and I'm like, dog, she gonna tell her, like.
But do you think he really, I don't even think he thought he had a chance with Vanessa. I think when Vanessa asked him.
But they seen him, and a lot of dudes don't know just because he ain't hollered at them, and he felt like he didn't have a chance.
Right. I think that.
But he said too much, and that could backfire on him.
It was really bad.
That could backfire.
It's going to in some way. Now, Patrice seems more laid back, like she's not going to get super upset, right. But because Vanessa's definitely going to tell. Vanessa's going to tell that because she said it in the ladies' lounge.
What she said?
She said, "Well, he showed this to me, and I guess I'm now seeing that he could be romantic, but I didn't know where that." She brought up the fact that Alonzo.
He said something to her.
What?
I'm talking about him saying what he said to her after that.
Well, no, she's gonna bring up on the getaway, I'm sure, because he suggested that he was interested, and she said, "Well, I want to see more of that. I didn't know I was one of your strongest connections."
He said, Vanessa is messy. Watch your mouth, Ish. I saw that. I see that.
Don't you do that. Isha's our faithful. Don't you tell her to watch her mouth.
Vanessa, she don't mean no harm, whatever she did. I don't care what she did.
Whatever. I did. It's funny because we were watching the show and we saw Vanessa's ex come in with the bald head, we said, "Oh, Scorpio Moe is in the building." Vanessa likes the bald heads.
Even without the boy head, I seen him. I'm good. I ain't need all that. I'm good.
You are really tripping over Vanessa. This is hilarious. But she likes that, the fact that she's open to bald heads, because some ladies don't like that. So I'm just trying to help you out, sir.
I don't know about anybody else bald head, but they all like my bald head. That's just letting you. Yeah, I said it. But listen, I think that I like Alonzo and her. If Vanessa don't run her mouth about him saying he likes her, and he said something to her, then they'll be all right. But if she says something, that might have messed it up. He said too much. I think he got excited and said too much.
Yeah, he did. He has this like little kid thing about him.
He does, because even at the end when he like the tire shoot, he couldn't be flying serious through the whole thing. He had to do the goofy shit. But
I think that's what makes him, him. He's different. He's even how he was talking about the planets, and I God bless him.
Yeah, I like him though. I like them together anyway.
Yeah. Vanessa's not into Alonzo now. So yeah, Alonzo and Patrice, I think they're the only people that could be there for each other.
That's a fact.
Let's talk about Rashina and her ex-husband.
Yeah, let's talk about. Did you see that coming?
No. No. But what was interesting, what was the most interesting part of that conversation is at the end. So the ex-husband comes. First of all, he looks super young. He has on like a sequin shirt. He has gold teeth, and he has a tattoo on his neck, right? And he says to her, "I'm glad that you don't have someone that's like a street dude."
I'm glad you don't have me.
I was like,
well, maybe he's reformed.
But why would he say that? Because he was saying that based on the person's looks.
Yeah, but he did. What's the name? Didn't carry stuff like Chaz didn't carry stuff like. I mean, what's the name? Carry stuff like Chaz, right? So what he didn't have nothing to worry about. He was good.
No, but I'm just saying, for a street dude to say, "I'm glad you don't have a street dude."
No, even if you do, even if you are, you still don't want that. You see what I'm saying? No, that's a real thing.
Okay,
I can see that. That's a real thing. I'm glad you don't, because that's either.
Anisha, some street dudes, depending on where you are, wear glitter T-shirts.
Well, when they think they trying to, well, I don't know. They live. I don't know how they really dress out there, and not that.
I was just out there, and that, especially when you tell somebody they're about to be on TV, you would be surprised with what they come.
Oh, at certain places I've been to, you are right. And I'll be like, wow, that's your TV clothes?
That's the TV outfit. You would be surprised what some people will put on when they think there's going to be a camera and an opportunity.
I just thought you ain't lying, boy. I done seen some stuff. I done seen sweaters tucked in the pants.
I mean, if you don't, and I mean, to be fair, most people that are on television or artists and stuff, some of them have access to stylists. So it's not like, or they just have, when you have a certain amount of money and you've had it for a while, you see what other people around you are buying. So you kind of be like, oh, maybe not the sequin T-shirt, maybe this over here, maybe, not. But he was a nice looking guy. I actually liked his conversation. I just thought it was weird that he would say that because he had the neck tattoo.
No, but he could have been a former street guy.
Yeah.
He could be like, yeah, I'm in it, but I don't want my kids around it. You see what I'm saying?
What about with the gold teeth, though?
Yeah, I mean, they could be permanent gold teeth.
That's true. He was an attractive guy. He was an attractive guy. He just, and like I said, I liked his personality.
I like Chaz. I don't mean to get on, but I just be seeing certain things.
What did you see? What did you see?
When he came in for the hug in the beginning, and she was sitting down, and he was like, hugged her, then looked at him. You gotta watch. I'm a Scorpio, so I pay attention to everything. Every body language.
Was trying to like kind of show him up a little bit.
Hey, Yeah.
You can't, you know what? I would say this. We just talked about that. It just that comment threw me off. But I really give both of them credit for him being her ex-husband and the father of her children, and him being so cool and wanting to. I thought that was, and them co-parenting well. We got to give it up for that. Can we have a hand clap?
Yeah, we do. And here's the thing.
There we go.
Like if I'm not, dog, you want a date, I'm here to check. You ain't gotta be like, just be cool, man. You ain't gotta be all,
yeah.
You ain't gotta try to prove nothing to me. I'm here to give my blessings or to make sure everything good. I'm not with her no more. Relax, man. Relax.
Yeah, Chaz, let's just get into it. Chaz, first of all,
do I look good? Was I looking good?
yeah.
Yo, let her, like, just, you ain't gotta, I don't like people fishing for compliments.
Yeah.
I expect
Hey, Colton. Chaz.
I told y'all, can y'all say more? I told y'all from the beginning.
You did. You and Adrian did say from the jump that Chaz was, I could not believe this. And I'm speaking mostly from, well, first of all, why was Chaz on the date with? Chaz was on a date with everybody. And then we see as they go into next week that Vanessa says, well, Chaz has connections with everybody. Vanessa doesn't have any connections with folks. They sent Dominique home. And of course, I mean, but see, that's what he could have been, a connection for one of these women that don't have no connections. I don't understand what's happening this season.
I connect with everybody. Like you trying to do it with everybody. You'll last longer though. He playing the game to me.
He is going to last longer. And you know, Adrian said he's a chameleon because Rasheena's personality is way different than Nika's personality, is way different than Vanessa's personality. And you see Chaz is just princess. Hey, my princess, coming over here. And today he looked into that camera and played in our faces, talking about he thinks that he and Rasheena could have a good future together.
Damn it, I told y'all.
Chaz played in our faces with that whole I was like, you and Rasheena could have a future together.
Was he should have felt a little funny about saying that one. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was just like, this is crazy. I couldn't believe what was coming. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of his mouth.
I believe it, but that one was a little. I was like, damn, you putting too much salt and pepper on that one.
Masha said Chaz can see a future with everyone. Pretty much, because he said the same thing about Alexis. Then he flipped on her in the deliberation room. You remember that?
Right.
He is out of control. Is he going through a midlife crisis?
He's trying to win crisis. That's it.
Is he trying to knock all the women down? He's the oldest guy on there, and to me, the one who is the least serious about the situation. Now, out of the guy, well, no. Let me not.
If he put all his focus,
let me not say that.
He could pull it off. But the fact that he's trying to do all, I mean, he could get one, but I don't think he's trying to get one.
He's trying to get all.
He's trying to win the whole game.
You see what he said, that little clip? He was like, the temptation is just too much. And that's what I was like, whoa, the temptation is too much. You are the most mature gentleman here. You are not supposed to be falling for the temptation.
When a man has to, especially at that age, at that point, you should have mastered your desires and not be pulled that way. You should.
Point.
You should have.
Yeah.
And just be honest with them. You know, I stopped lying to women like 10 years ago, and it's worked out fine. I'm even better now.
10?
About 10, 11 years ago, I stopped lying to women. I've been telling the truth ever since. It works. It works even. I wish I would have knew it 10 years before that.
I don't know about if it's 10, Mo.
No, I did. I've been telling the truth. But yeah, about 10 years now, 10, 11 years, I've stopped lying to women. So that's what we have to do. Like, unless he just tell the truth. And you will be surprised. It'd be first, but tell the truth. And that's it, brother. You ain't got to, if you ain't feeling her, don't waste, you don't have to say no extra stuff and say all this. And you like one, it's cool.
But what do you think? Okay, Mo, since you could understand, I feel like you recognize Chaz because you can see him.
Recognize all these brothers. I'm about to say another word, but I recognize them all.
What do you think his truth is? What do you think Chaz's truth is?
He's enjoying life. No kids, all this stuff. It's gonna take a hellified woman or to lose a hellified woman to really get it. And that's usually
to lose one at this point in life.
No, but never lost a good one at this point in life. You got it. I think my personal
that song that Stevie Wonder sang. I never dream you leaving summer. That you don't want to be losing a love at this point in life, because that's not going to be good.
I think every man has to have lost some. I
want you to lose early on.
Yeah, no, you definitely should. You definitely should. That's why
what age did you lose one?
Let's not make this about me. But listen,
I think that's what makes it relatable.
When I look back, I didn't realize I don't want to even say lost, because I can learn from other people's mistakes. But there's something I could have handled way better, and she wound up being a better person later if I had just been patient. But she wasn't that person.
What age were you?
30-something.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, 30-something. But in my defense, she wasn't that person at that time. She became
trying to become, yeah.
And I should have been patient. So, but I've seen enough of my brothers do it, because you're looking from afar, and it's like, damn, if I had that, I know what to do. But I don't live with the woman, so I learned to stop doing that as well. Because it's a different dynamic. You're living with somebody, you can see your friends' relationship. You're like, yo, brother, you got it good. And a lot of my friends want to live like me. And I'm like, oh, I'd rather be in your. They think.
But I think everybody. Don't you think everybody wants grass is always greener on the other side? Until you get over there.
When you're at the point, but no one's telling you in real time. I be trying to lose in real time. You see what I'm saying? Like, dog, this might look cool at certain points, but the coolness, it ain't really what you think it is. Like, if you're still thinking what's cool at 20 is what's cool at 45, 50, then you messed up.
Yeah. But if you don't, but see, the problem is if you don't get a chance to do that, like DD Star 73 says, Chaz is an analyst. He is the nerdy type, but he's trying to fit in. That's why he is the best fit with Vanessa. I think that's why we thought. But I think that sometimes if you were more of if you didn't really have that ability to get all the girls that you felt like where you were due, that you should have had when you were younger, then when you're older, you'll try to go back and do that later. Like, that's how I see a lot of guys like that. In fact, I used to say when I was dating, like, if I don't want the guy that's never had a lot of women, because he's not going to know what to do if when temptation comes. And to my point, Chaz has this big smile. It's temptation everywhere. Well, I prefer to date the guy that has already been the popular guy, has had all the women earlier on, so that he's able to master his desires now.
Yeah, because a lot of these dudes think that once you got it, whether it's out of your system or they say whole phase or whatever it is, it's like you're not pulled that direction. It's like, but these dudes think they're missing something and they have to go through it.
Yeah.
And if they go through it, they will continue to think they're missing something. Not always, but a lot of times. They will continue, especially at a point it's coming at them.
Right. Right.
Whoa, whether you got into the gym, you were scrawny, then got into the gym and it's this newfound thing, or you got some money and now you trying to do what you probably should have did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't even know how crazy you look trying to do it now.
Well, the thing about Chaz is he does have the money and he does also has the muscle. So kudos to him.
And he's a nice looking guy, but we got to graduate, man.
But I mean, again, he's on this show, and I think on this show it's just looking for an opportunity. I do think that Vanessa, I think he likes Vanessa, but I really think he just likes himself more. than anybody because he's not serious. He's not serious at all. Speaking of not serious, let's talk about LaRon and Mika, and LaRon and Mika and Justin, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, Justin. Well, first of all, I don't think it's fair that Tommy went on a date with her, because she just seems the least amount of engaging, and so for him to give her that pass, I thought that was kind of wild. And I really do question, is Mika Tommy's ex?
Well,
in that the seat, the lounge, Tommy said everybody has exes. I have them, and I was like, is he talking about Mika?
they did used to be on the radio station. Now I think they back over there now, ain't they? No. Steve Harvey used to be out in Texas.
Yeah, but he's not in Texas now. He's in Atlanta. But I don't know. And I'm not trying to say that I'm not saying that. See, don't go get me in trouble. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the way he gave her a pass. And there's been other women on other seasons that didn't have an ex or claimed it. In fact, what was it? Jeffrey had 2 kids and didn't want her kids to the kid's father. She had no ex, and I mean they let her go forward, but they did. Some of the guys, they thought that was kind of messed up.
That's production stuff now.
Yeah, but if you're going to be on the show, I think you should have to play the rules. I don't think that's fair.
Thank you.
All right, so Justin, I don't see Justin is attractive, Mika is attractive, but that's the extent of the chemistry I see.
Yeah, Justin don't really got enough money for everybody. I'm sorry. For anybody.
And LaRon,
and that's
is still not. First of all, I don't know why. Maybe because he likes Mika's body, because I don't know why he feels like Mika would have a child for her husband later. That woman said she don't want to have no more kids. That's the first thing she said when we met her in the first episode.
Yeah, you noticed to the broke guys, she was like, absolutely not. To the other guys, they said enough where they got her thinking she might.
No, she's saying what she needs to say to stay in the game.
Got you. Okay.
You don't want no more kids, because she said that outright. But with the guys that she's semi-attracted to, she'll say what she needs to say in that moment, because somebody called that out last week. It's contradicting statements. What she says to one guy, she says something different to another one.
Exactly.
What did you think? I thought about you when LaRon said that he plays video games, because I know we talk about guys that play video games all the time.
No, well, let me be real clear. He said he was talking about the video game he created, that, and he said it comes out and I'll be playing it from the weekend and maybe call off Monday.
Yeah,
he created, if I'm not mistaken, that's what.
Yeah, he did, and he did. He also, put out some information that he gets paid very well. And we know gaming is a booming industry, right? So that's his thing, with him working from home and creating video games. I'm not mad at that.
And some dude that, that's different.
Yeah, that's very different. And again, I wouldn't have been mad at him anyway, because he's young. He's 32 and he doesn't have any kids.
And that's what people keep forgetting. It's like, I think when people have a problem with that, they think they're low-key jealous of his life.
I agree.
I'd be like, if you could do your life all over again and have maybe your kids later and trade and wish you wouldn't, come on, man. You would have held out, or you wouldn't have had nothing until later. And I think when people say that, they a little jealous that he's up there, he hasn't had that, got a good job. That's what I think.
And I feel like people are saying that that's not young. 32 is young for
about 53. Trust me, 32 is young.
32 is young and 32 with no kids is different than, because I don't even know what that would feel like. At 32, I had 2 kids and a husband and was divorced. Like, I felt very much mature. But when you don't have, my girlfriends that were 32 and didn't have children and had no one to take care of but themselves, and then don't let you have a little bit of money so that you have access and you can do what you want, that's 30s is when you really get to learn who you are. So I do think it's very young, but I think it's extremely young for someone that doesn't have children. A lot of us have children at that age, and children, if you are a conscientious parent, make you grow up. But because he doesn't have kids and he doesn't have even a girlfriend, he's just living an extreme bachelor life. Extreme.
Don't let them people rush you, brother. Live your
I
life.
think he's doing the right. I
Do
think
you right when it's right, when you feel ready.
Now, I will say this to PRNB's point, Justin does come across as more mature, even though I think he's only like maybe 1 or 2 years older, if that. But he is he is a PE teacher.
Right.
So that also said, I was telling Adrian, I was like, well, he probably would be good for a woman that has children because he's good with kids. But like, he would need a woman that's really serious about being a wife. If he's even ready for that, because he probably isn't. But I don't think like PE teacher is not going to be sending you to get, flying you out and doing stuff like that. Now, if you're looking for somebody that's going to be a good father and has good,
they're all in Fort Worth. Where's he from?
No, but you want to go places. Women like to vacation. I'm saying, like, I want to be able to go on vacation. Okay. I want to be able to go out, go do stuff.
Well, that's it. You can do that. You can't plan stuff on the he got all summer. He's not running PE in the summer, right?
Mika is not waiting on you to pull your checks together. I'm just saying. Mika wants to go right now. Trust me. As did Maya.
That man take money out of his 401k to go fly you
out. No, and that's not what he should do. But Mika said that her son was bad. She said her son was wild. Excuse me. Let me not say that. She said her son was wild. Justin would probably be a great guy for her children. I don't know if she would appreciate him as a man, but he would probably that's the kind of man that you want. And you know what, sissy? No, ma'am. She said, PE equals please exit. No, because we need PE teachers. We need black male teachers.
These people want to know where I work.
I'm like, hey, do you have stalkers on here? What's happening?
I don't know. My job, I'm good. Just know that.
I'm just confused with what's happening. Mika does not seem serious about marriage, but that also could be because she's been hurt. That could be because she's been hurt. Blondie said teachers go on vacation. Well, the ones I know do quite often.
Do PE? I know teachers do, but do PE?
Yeah, I think PE teachers make the same amount. Let's stop saying PE. It's just because they specified it, and I don't mean to. I'm not trying to make fun, you guys. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm not saying that teachers don't go on vacation. But there is a difference between a man that has expendable cash and a man that has to wait on his schedule.
Or who all has just oh man, this shit is so unrealistic.
Have you listened to Usher's song "A Town Girl"?
I heard it like from far away. I heard a little bit. They played it, I think.
They played it Chanel played it that night.
Oh, that's when I heard it. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I knew I heard it recently.
Point is, there are some type of men that do have expendable cash.
Yeah, but is that everybody? Is that
No, it's not. But it could be what Mika and Maya want.
We get that, but we're just talking about. I thought at one point we were just talking about in general what teachers and what people could do.
Oh no, I'm really speaking about Maya and Mika. Really, I was talking about Mika. And I don't know, because she hasn't said that. That's just the vibes that we get. That's the vibes.
Yeah, because the whole rapping thing we were talking about, and that's what led people to that.
Okay, see, Rochelle, so I'm a middle school teacher. I taught PE for a few years. Their salary is the same as all other teachers, not a lot, but enough to take a vacation. First of all, teachers should be paid way more. I'm just saying that, and I think I would also say this. My son is a teacher, right? And he's a professor, and I would not want him to waste his money on a woman that was unappreciative. I will say that.
Thank you.
So if she if she wants somebody that is gonna fly her out and do all this different stuff and do like, it's probably not worth the energy. It's not worth the lift.
But on the same note, then tell your daughter, well, if he want to fly you out and he, shoot. You see what I'm saying? Do you tell your daughter?
But I don't tell my daughter that. I don't
Not,
tell my daughter.
or let's say your friends or someone that says, like we were talking earlier, well, if they're putting that money out there, then
I do have friends like that, but that's also like, but I feel like, and this could be wrong. This is just my opinion.
okay.
I feel like I'll tell my daughter, do not wear certain type of clothes because it gives the wrong message.
Right.
I would also tell my son, don't go out flashing all your money because it's going to send the wrong message.
Right.
So I feel like it goes both ways.
Okay, that's fair.
I know nowadays we're at the point where we tell women they should be able to wear whatever they want to wear, but the reality is people judge you by what they see.
Right.
And how you present yourself. And I do know that there are a lot of men, like we were talking about with that IG situation. If he's bragging about his money, then you can't really get mad. You're going to attract the bait. You're going to attract fish based on the bait that you use.
Right.
So,
that's fair.
I don't know what is going to happen on this. This is to me the worst singles trip. I mean, the worst singles trip that they've done on Ready to Love, because there's no couples. Like in past seasons, there were people to get jealous about other situations, but in this one, who would be jealous of what? Like, who is Rashina going to be jealous of? Who is Maya going to be jealous of? Who is Mika going to be jealous of? Nobody. They don't have predictions.
Well, as the trailer alludes to, is that Vanessa starts to feel away.
Vanessa, well, yes, and I give her credit because it has been happening all this time. But if Chaz has not told her that he has all these other connections, then she's gonna get exposed to it.
I mean, are you supposed to?
Yeah, they on the show they usually do. It's like,
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know what he and Rashina were doing with that strawberry.
He was holding hands on the bed with somebody, wasn't it? And what's the name? Walked in the room?
Mika.
Man, I be right. I told you I'll be right. It's the complete opposite, but for two different reasons.
Yeah. So even Justin. So who do y'all think Justin is going to connect with? Because we thought Justin and Maya, but that went out the window. Who is there for Justin? Nobody. These are just odd people.
And they're getting rid of another guy again.
They got to, but I'm just saying, who is going to connect? These are just odd people. The only couple that I'm standing for is Alonzo and Patrice. Everybody else can just go home.
Yeah. So do you think if Koshia would have stayed, it would have been better for the show, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, so do I.
I definitely think so.
Her and Mika should have swapped out.
I think so. Yeah. Nobody like in Key Sweat's voice, sissy. Nobody, baby. Nobody.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody, baby. No, man. That's just this is great, man. This is a low. This is a very low season because usually there are bad couples, right? Couples that we don't really support. This season, there are no couples. So they're not even connecting. The fact that we see LaRon in Maya's face, it's just like y'all just doing that because you're scrambling and you're on a trip. It's not real.
No, it's funny. Dominique's face when he said he had to go.
What did you think about his departure? Because he seemed like he was. Do you think he was faking that he said it hurt?
It hurt. I was like, why are you acting surprised, bro? Like,
I was surprised that he was surprised. He was like, really? like,
man, if you don't get your ass off the set.
Adrian said he was a tree hugger. Because he was like, life does what it's supposed to do and the energy. And I was like, I don't think he's a tree hugger. I think he just
First of all, I'm a tree hugger. Low key, just so y'all know.
What do you define as a tree hugger?
I've been when I started to get into manifestation in the universe, it was brought on by a date.
Mo, I am not gonna let you tell these people that you're a tree hugger.
Not only that, because it's called grounded, just so you know.
No, but that's a way of life, and it's not you just because you may have ground.
No. Actually, when I do my affirmations in the morning, every morning, mind you,
that's not a tree hugger.
No, it's gonna tell me what it is for me.
I am, because you're tree huggers are not into designer clothes.
Walking around with crystals and on my neck and lighting sage or whatever they do, don't mean I don't hug trees and put my feet on the earth.
And have you? I don't even see you outside very often.
I do. It's a tree right over here outside my place. Yes, I am. That's how you get grounded.
I wish Gun Boss was on here, because I'm not gonna. I'll be letting you get away with a lot of stuff with these ladies on here, but I am not gonna let you tell people.
The universe continues to bless me because I'm grounded. This is what I manifest. This is.
I think you don't understand what tree hugger is. In fact, let me just make this clear. Stop it.
That's layman's terms. It's called being get grounded. That's
not what he was saying. He's speaking about people that are like the girl that you did not like.
No, I get that, but the tree hugging, the thing is being grounded. Now I don't know, I don't live no whole lifestyle, but I try to be grounded. Did I ever tell you about that girl? Somebody introduced me to this world, and I felt this is when I first got into The Secret. Remember I told you that?
Yep.
I did say that.
Oh, I know, but this is not, but I'm gonna let
now
you
hug trees. Now
no, hug the trees, Mo. Hug the trees. Oh, Jesus.
I let the sun kiss me. I do all that. Just because I don't walk around smelling like incense. And
I wish Gun Boss was on here, because I'm not.
Put him on here.
He sleep.
I'm dead serious.
Mo.
They have the thing called, they even have this thing, I don't have it, but it's like real soil, and you can put it in your house and put your feet in. I'm dead.
Do you have the soil in the house?
No, I heard you could buy it. They got it heavy out in West Coast, but I put my feet in the soil outside by the park. You don't know everything about me. You don't know.
You just started off saying that you okay.
I said I hug trees. I hug trees. Not everywhere I go. Why can't I be a tree hugger?
Let's get back to Dominique.
Huh?
Let's get back to Dominique.
I'm sorry, y'all. We ain't mean to get off track. And Kristen just offended me because she laughed at.
Anyway. And I stand on it that this is not a tree hugger, but okay.
I'm a hugger tree.
Mo, what about Dominique? What did you think of him leaving it? Ladies, he did say that he's still out there.
Yes, he did. That was his parting words. I was shocked that he was shot at the end of the day, but I said last week he was gonna go.
You did. He just didn't really have any oomph to him.
He did, but that's who y'all like in the introduction, if I remind y'all.
Pickings were slim. I
told you he looked like he built stuff with his hands, and y'all were like, oh. Ooh.
We like a man that builds with his hands.
And look, and ain't none of them women want him. Damn it. What'd that tell you?
Tree huggers are not the same as the new age woo-woo. Okay. You know what?
Thank you, y'all.
These women are gonna come through free, which is good. I'm not mad at that. That's a good thing.
I'm gonna go outside and hug the tree. But anyway,
I want you to do it, and I want you to send a picture, post a picture.
I will.
Take your ballies off,
I do like Dominique, but it wasn't there for him. And I'll tell you who else is about to go, unfortunately. But we'll stick to Dominique. I like him, but it was nothing there for him. It was nothing. Can
I read you the definition of a tree hugger?
I don't care what the white people talk about. I know what I do.
do this with you. I'm not gonna do this with you. Mo, enough. 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 I just want you to know that by the definition on Google, it is not you. You have your own definition, but it is not the one on your Google. It's not.
Let me ask you this.
I'm listening.
Have you ever had chitlins?
No,
Never had chitlins?
I've never had chitlins.
Do you eat pork?
On occasion.
On occasion.
Yeah.
Have you watermelon?
I do.
Does that make you a slave?
What is your point? No.
You can do stuff but not be the definition of what people think it is. I don't care what Webster say. I know what I say, and I hug the tree plenty of times.
That did not even make sense. Oh God.
Just because of climb a tree don't mean you're gonna get free cable.
You know what, y'all? Okay. I try not to eat pork very often, but I do have a penchant for pepperoni pizza. Mo, what are your dating tips for this week?
Okay. What I would tell brothers when you go out, especially if she's an attractive woman.
I would hope that that's the only type of woman you would be taking out.
Right, but like heavily, like you know, some of these dudes they're really like the dudes be surprised he's with her.
Okay.
We just talked about that. Like,
yeah.
Think this, like, compliment, just say she looks nice. But
Okay.
what you really want to do, and this is in general, I would tell guys, compliment her on the other stuff. If she's pretty, she hears that all day. If you're going to say that, keep that short and simple. But what you want to do is compliment her on her bag, her shoe, her hair, something like that. Because women seem to take pride in those things, and they like that. And they want to, like, because the other guys usually aren't mentioning that. Her girlfriends are, but you pick out the other stuff. Like, I like your that's, the bag, the hair, they take the outfit. But when you do, if she's pretty, she hears the pretty thing at work, the guys at the gas station, all on the internet. Like, say the other things.
That's good.
Don't go for the obvious all the time. And if you do, keep that short.
Yeah.
That's it. You ain't gotta, I can't believe you're single. You're so beautiful. Nah, that's the turn off. Now she know you ain't never been with no pretty woman before. Just keep that momentum and compliment the other stuff. That's my advice.
I like that. See, Rochelle, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to come back to that. I like that. And I've heard you say that before. And I think it does two things. I think the women appreciate the fact that you notice the little things. Right. And I also think it kind of sets you apart. And then she wants you to, she's like, well, does he think I'm pretty? And so she's going to be kind of intrigued because I get it. It's all, I know it is the mind games. All right, please.
Don't say that.
It is a little bit of a mind game.
Didn't say. I'm just not. And yours is, Christal?
Not yours is, Christal.
And yours is?
It is not. It is not. It is not.
No. Your turn. Your advice. Your tip.
Oh, my tip. Okay, so my tip is, ladies. So first of all, we have to be good listeners, right? We must be good listeners because men really want to be heard. They just really want to be heard. So what we need to do is you need to make sure that you're paying attention to everything that he says, anything that he shares with you in the conversation. Now, the next time you go out with him or the next time you see him, you bring up something that he told you before, right? And then he's going to feel like you really listened to him. He's going to feel heard. He's going to feel all warm and fuzzy. And that's how we start to create this feeling of, making sure that he feels like he's heard and and confirmed, validated when he's with you. So if he tells you that he was doing something at work and his boss got on his nerves or something happened and he was kind of frustrated, say he tells you this on a Wednesday, you talk to him on Friday, you say, how did everything go with that situation with your boss? Are you good? When I tell you, ladies, he is going to love that, because he's going to love the fact that you remembered something that he said. Even if he's moved on, it's going to make him feel like you have been thinking about him and that you have his best interest at heart and that he is validated when he's with you. That is how we start to open up and make a man feel comfortable with us and make him feel heard. So that is my tip. It could be anything. It could be something small. It could be something like his car, him going to get another pair of tires, anything he says, something about his family, his mom. Those are really good. If he mentions his mother, or he mentions something, he went to a coworker's birthday. Did you have a good time at the birthday? How did he such and such like what you got? Like little things. Trust me, we are planting seeds. Planting seeds.
That's a little like game 2 right there. Hold up now. A little bit like game 2.
No.
The fact that you got to say planting seeds, that's what make it sound like game right there. You just skipped
it. No. That's not game. That's just good etiquette. That's just good etiquette.
What? Planting seeds for what? To kill them? To attack?
Seeds blossom into beautiful flowers or trees, Mo, that you can hug. That you can hug. Seeds blossom into trees.
You know how long that take for that?
Well, see, these seeds that I'm telling women to plant are to blossom into, a garden of love. Yes, a garden of love. Yes, and I agree with you, Anisha, that these tips are applicable to any situation, but specifically when it comes to relationships, because I feel like a lot of times we do not give, I will say women, I don't know about men, but I think sometimes women, we don't give men the same courtesy that we may give our girlfriends or even people that we work with. Like at work, we're on guard, right? So to be polite with your boss, to give your boss compliments, but when you're dating, sometimes I think we don't apply those same rules. So I want us to be intentional in that way.
Now that's dope. And I thought about that recently. I've seen women treat their girlfriends better than they treat their men.
Yeah.
Not they trying to get to know that actual man. So I like that. That's dope. I'm gonna clap for that one. I like that.
Well, thank you. That is a tip. But I like that one as well. I like the tip, but I do think with you have to you have to not interview. I'm looking at what Tyra's World said. You have to compliment the girl, because you don't want her to be confused about if you are attractive.
No, I said hey, you look nice, but I've seen dudes or women even come and tell me, it was like the guy was just like, are you really? I can't believe you're sick. And she starts, the more he keeps going, she gets turned off. It's like,
no, absolutely. No. And then the guys say the same thing. So when someone says something different, that's appreciated.
Right.
Did I mention on here that I hate good morning, beautiful text?
I don't think I heard we canceled that like 6 years ago. They still doing that?
Well, I wouldn't know in the last 4 years, but before that, I was getting them.
Yeah, okay.
Cancel those out. Men, get creative.
It's tough to be creative sometimes, man. It's not that you don't mean well.
Are you saying good morning, beautiful?
No, I you understand. I get up extremely early, so a lot of times I get it, but I respond, and then sometimes if they respond, and I'm like, damn, I need to say, because I don't want them to feel like, I respond to it, but I don't feel like they're always reaching out. I just keep it as good morning, have a such and such day. Not the beautiful thing is the part that kills it. The term of endearment after that part is the one, that's the killer part.
I don't even like the good morning.
Damn, that's a greeting. They say that.
No, but why are you doing it? Grand Rising Queen is the worst.
Oh, yeah. When I get
the worst,
I just be like, oh, Lord, not another one. But
Jesus help us. So that, yeah, I don't like Grand Rising. I did have one thing I would give your guys a tip, Mo. This one guy I told, because I would tell every guy I don't like good morning beautiful text. And so you have to be kind of petty with me to get my attention and be kind of smart. I like a witty intellectual person, but he was like, so he would text me, good morning, ambitious. Like he would go on and all these different things to make sure that I knew, because I was like, all men do is copy and paste a good morning beautiful. So he would say, good morning, Christal, who is the owner of such and such and such and such. I mean, it would be like a paragraph about just me. That was awesome. And it would make me laugh, but when a woman laughs, you're that much closer to her, to having her, wrapped around your finger. So
I hate typing. I hate doing all that. Half the time I be spelling shit wrong because I be trying to get through the text. I'd rather speak. I really do.
I don't like I don't like misspelled words, and I do take off for that.
I don't proofread because I hate doing it. Text is a message. I'm on my way. I don't like having text conversation.
Oh, I love a text conversation. I'm a words person though, so I love a text conversation. But I thought that was so cute that he would say, "Good, good morning, gorgeous." He would always use a different word than beautiful, but it would be anyway. It was a cute thing. I hope he was not scamming for a K1. No, he was definitely from the United States. Unfortunately, New York. Yes. Ooh, WYD is the worst. It may be worse than good morning.
Chances are he's spent some time in jail. Jail dudes, I know they had like some of the best letters and some of the best penmanship. By the way, my uncle used to write. I was like, this man writes like.
I hate you right now.
But usually, I assume if jail dudes write good letters, then they write good text as well. So I'm assuming that man spent some time in federal or state penitentiary. I'm just saying.
I hate you.
I'm just saying. That's normally how if he writing all that, that sounds like somebody that was punk and they got time.
He was not in jail, is what I'm going to say.
At present time. I'm saying before.
We are going to end the night.
The skills don't leave once you leave prison. You still got it.
We're going to leave. We're going to leave tonight. We're going to leave tonight. Now, we got to finish up with Love is Blind after the weddings come out.
Oh, can I say something real quick to that?
Yes.
I would like to apologize to AD from Love is Blind.
Okay.
Because I saw the thing and I called her I told her she needed to mind her bald head business. And I was wrong for that. She did need to mind her business. She did.
But not the bald head.
The bald head, because I saw a comment and it was like, I wasn't trying to be mean. And I don't even know if she's bald. I don't know.
Yeah.
But wasn't like, I don't find her, she's not for me. I'll say that. But then I saw someone put in a comment and was like, because you don't find her attractive doesn't mean that she doesn't need love. Like, I'll never want to send that message. Just because I'm not interested in it doesn't mean that I don't want someone to have love. I just thought that, like, where did you get that from? Yeah. And a lot of times we like, and I've heard that before. It's like, well, she needs love too. It don't have to come from me, but it doesn't mean that I don't believe you shouldn't have it.
Right.
It's not like that. Like, that's for me, it feels like a reach. Like when someone says, well, listen, everybody is not going to be in love with you or find love with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it doesn't mean that I don't think you should have it. You shouldn't have it, pardon me. So I don't want to ever send them. We joke and stuff like that, but a lot of stuff I just talk behind people's back. I would never say this stuff.
Well, speaking of that, before we go, let me ask you guys what you think about this. If you saw the situation with Risa Tisa, the TikToker that went viral it was like it was an 8-hour TikTok explanation of her husband lying to her about all these different things. So Charlemagne the God said these are big back problems, right? And he said it was big back problems and big back women. This sounds like something that big back people do. They accept less than, and they shouldn't do that. And I sent that to you. I should have pulled that clip for tonight. But let me ask you, what did you think of? Yeah, I saw the Tamron Hall clip, and on Tamron Hall, she mentioned that it hurt her feelings when she heard what Charlemagne the God said on the Breakfast Club. What did you think of the big back comments? Because I sent that to you just because the way he said it was funny. I mean, Charlemagne's on television and he's got a personality that is extreme and that connects with people and it gets an emotion. But I guess I'm glad that she mentioned that it hurt her feelings. But what were your thoughts on him saying the big back comments?
I think he was reaching. I think he was going for a type. Like, I don't think he was thinking I think he was trying to be funny, but at the same time, how do I say this? I think I know the thing that's not being said, and when people because before I seen her,
mm-hmm.
when I heard the story,
yeah,
and I was like, that's a certain woman that happens to,
mm-hmm.
more than others. I'll say it can happen to anybody, but maybe more than others. And there are certain men that see women of a certain size as prey.
Mm.
Reason why they do it is because they think nobody wants them and their esteem, the self-esteem is low.
Okay.
And there's dudes, whether it's tax season, whether it's they're homeless or whatever, they prey on these women who, went to school, got their stuff together, or whatever it is, and get them as nobody's gonna want them. So if I, whatever, I tried on my advance to them, make advances to them, and then I could take advantage of whatever her situation is, and that's wrong. But I'm not saying this right. I'm saying that there's guys that see women or assume. Now, there's some women that have that or that are very confident or not going for it, right?
Right.
Some guys feel like if she is like that, then I'm going to try her. There are dudes that look for that. You can see the show on the prison shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Full of them.
Lord Jesus. Yeah.
This
Love
is
after lockup and now prison bride.
This is a real thing. And
yeah.
then you think to yourself, if she keeps putting up with it, then it's probably, it has to be of her low self-esteem, and I'm not justifying it. I'm just trying to tell you, for some guys, those women are prey. So when he's saying big bad and he's putting it all together and saying she's probably a bigger woman, she with low self-esteem, or why else would she keep putting up with this long 40-something hour story or whatever it is. And I'm not justifying it, because once someone hurts somebody's feelings, man, you can move on with your life, but they're going to remember what that feels like, so I just wanted to say that out.
I'm gonna say this, and I think this, that the beautiful thing about me having this channel and us being able to talk is we can say what we want to. We're not policed or censored, right?
Right.
First of all, I don't think that Charlemagne went. I've interviewed him twice, and we've also seen him go through therapy and try to become a better person. But I also think that he's an entertainer. He's a host of a breakfast show. And if he didn't say things that made people laugh or at least made them stop and think, then he wouldn't be on the show, right?
Yeah.
He's actually probably the most popular one on the show because of his extreme comments. So I don't think that he was trying to be hateful to that woman. He didn't know her. Right. But I don't think he was trying to do that. But I do hope that he will apologize now that she's come out and say that.
I think he will.
I think he will. And I said that on the Tamron Hall's page. I was like, I think that he will knowing him as I don't know him really good, but just knowing him as much as I've been able to. I've interviewed him a few times and done some events with him. I don't think that he's a mean-spirited person, right? Even though he's done some things in the past when I used to represent a lot of celebrities, some of them did not like him at all,
Right.
because of his commentary. That said, I also want to say that I think, excuse me, guys, it's been a long day, but I think that people prey on what they assume to be weak, right? So if it is, just like men take advantage of women who have low self-esteem, I have seen women, and we know, take advantage of men that have low self-esteem. If a man does not feel like, maybe he's not attractive. I've even talked to men who have said, I know I'm not attractive. I'll do whatever you want. Like sometimes men don't even, I don't know what it'll be like dating a woman because I've never done that, but I have met a man that says, especially when I was younger, whatever, you want me to do, I'll do this. I know I'm not attractive. I'm not this, I'm not that. And for me, I would never take advantage of somebody like that, but there are a lot of people that will. I know a lot of women that would definitely take advantage of a man that is willing to pay their way. They pay like they weigh is something that people will say, right? So a man who's unattractive, maybe he's overweight, maybe he's this way or that way. So I feel like people, this is just, life is unfair, right? And it's all about how you see yourself. I did not watch all 8 hours because I don't have that much time in the day. I did catch the highlights, on other people's things. And
it got a short version.
It's a shorter version, but I also think that when your self-esteem is up and you're in tune with your star player, then there were things that probably she should have known. But we all get played. There's no shame in that. But I guess my last point that I want to say to women, if you don't want to be in a situation where you are at a disadvantage, I think that we have to know that you have to get yourself together. You want to be healthy. You want to put your best foot forward, because life is not fair and people are not going to be, you're going to get, everybody gets hate. Everybody gets joked. It may not be to the same extent, but like I was on this show, Hardly Initiated, and people, them being tore me up. But I just know that, I know who I am. I'm not worried about that. But I also know that if you're on a platform and you're going to post yourself on TikTok, then you know that people are going to make comments. Now, one of the things that she said to Tamron Hall that I didn't understand, she said one of the things that hurt her the most is that people said she was just trying to get clout. Well, I mean, why would you post your relationship on TikTok? Why would you post the fact that your husband mistreated you on TikTok? You got to know that you're going to get feedback, and you got to know that all the feedback is not going to be, sympathetic to you. It's just not realistic. And the fact that people are crying now, you put us in your business. And then when somebody says something that you didn't like, and then you said it hurt your feelings. But the reality is Charlamagne shouldn't even know anything about you, and if you put it out there, then you got to be willing to accept what it is. And so I just think that we have to know, you have to take some accountability as a woman and as a man for whatever you're doing. You have to take accountability for that and know there's going to be good that comes with the bad. I went on Hardly Initiated twice. And when I tell you they were so hateful, their comments, the people that watched their show were so mean. And some of it hurt my feelings. But at the end of the day, I went on the show. So, and I know that life is not fair. And not everyone is going to think that I'm a great person. Not everyone is going to think that I'm not. But I have to know who I am. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Did they talk about your big face? What did they talk? I didn't know. I didn't see it. You know what I noticed too? When I'm on, like when I look on the computer at my job and I kind of see this, because that's when I can really read the comments, because I ain't got my glasses. I'm working on my glasses, by the way. I see it. Your face don't look that big on thing. I noticed that.
When does my face look the biggest, Mo?
In person. On TV, you would figure it looked bigger because everything looked big on TV, but it don't. I was surprised at that. I was really surprised at that. I've been meaning to tell you that. But continue. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. Good.
they, they didn't. I mean, I don't know if they said that my face was big. They did say I looked old, which to every woman that is like, oh. I mean, they were just like, oh, she's ugly and she's old. I was like,
You know what? Guys at my job, when they see you, they just be like, I be laughing. They be like, is she single? They be having me laughing.
Tamar said, Christal, that's your friend. And it is. And he does. He's always said I had a big, first of all, I don't have a big head. I have a big face.
Yeah, big face. But that's not, it's funny because I'm watching it on it's just in person.
Well, you know what? You know what's equally funny?
We ain't supposed to go back and forth. I just say you're supposed to leave it alone.
I'm just saying what's equally funny is if my face is big in person, but looks relatively normal on Instagram, your body looks regular on social media and small in person. So
it happens. It happens.
I'm just saying, because everybody thinks that you are like a middle to large person, and they meet you. I do not look like Tisha Campbell. No.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that. No, you don't.
Nah. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend.
Tisha Campbell. She looked like the face on the Lemonhead box, like the Lemonhead.
Most you just apologized.
Oh, my bad. I'm trying to be professional. My bad. She don't watch.
You just apologize. I'm just saying, we never know who sees what. We just apologize to AD. I want to say this. I want to say before we leave out of here, thank you guys for hanging out. We are an hour and 40 minutes in, which is fine. We're hanging out. But if there are men out there, and we're going to put up a post, if there are men out there that want to be a part of a book that is basically talking about situations like this, but especially men that have been married in the past, if they want to be a part of this book, we have an opportunity for a men's compilation. And so we're going to be sharing more about that with you guys this weekend. Hopefully we can do the Love is Blind this weekend. I have to see what Mo is doing, because I know we want to do Wednesday and Friday, but we need to do that. We need to do that. So if you know of anybody, you guys, please send them to my DM. You guys know how to reach me on Instagram, or you can even leave a message on here. Any men that are interested in contributing to a compilation book. There are a couple of athletes. I know my husband is going to do it, and we're going to see about Mo getting involved. So there's just men that have a story to share, because we want to make sure that, men are able to share their stories as well. And they're going to be doing some promo stuff for that coming up this summer. So please, 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 let us know about any men that you think would want to be a part of this. There is a small cost, but I think it's worth it, because it's an opportunity to really get your story out. Yes, Tamasha, I actually was going to reach out to Marvin. So you can definitely let him know. I'm going to be sending him some information on it. And then also we are going to be doing another panel, our Dear Alpha Female panel. We're going to be at the Natural Hair Show in April. And you guys can go ahead and put that on your calendars. If you're in Atlanta and you missed the last event that we had, we are going to be at the Natural Hair Show on April 27th. April 27th, the Natural Hair Show. We're going to be doing a panel. And I think I told you guys a surprise. We have LaRon is going to be one of the panelists, and a few other people from Ready to Love. So make sure that you make your way to Atlanta. The Natural Hair Show is dope. It's kind of like Bronner Brothers, but for people with natural hair. And you don't even have to have natural hair. Come with your weaves and your wigs and your relaxers. We're fine with that too. It's just all about Black beauty and being a queen. So yeah. Yep. Mo, what you got going on? What is going on this weekend for you?
Staying busy. I'll just say that.
Does that mean you have a date?
I do not have a date.
You don't?
I do not. I told you. Well, technically today is March 1st.
Yeah.
So I could, but we'll see.
What about if I fix you up on a date?
Oh, we tried that.
I could do it again. I mean, I still got time.
We've tried. You got time for what?
I got time to do it again. Yeah. Look, before the winter breaks, You have to have. He is waiting for Vanessa, but before the winter breaks.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not waiting for Vanessa.
Before the winter breaks, we want to have a person that you can date so we can all go horseback riding. What happened to the old girl and old boy, the white lady in law enforcement that exposed her band for fronting? You know what? I need to reach back out to her. I would not. I would. Let me reach back out. I'll give you an update this week.
That might be a good. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, we moved on from.
He was in one time.
Huh?
He was in here one time.
Mizell?
No, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah, because I don't think Mizell is our friend anymore.
Yeah, Kelly. Kelly was in there one time.
Yeah, she was. I remember that. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, you guys, please let me. And Nisha says she's still with my Lizelle. I believe they probably got back together. Yeah. So let me know if you know any guys that want to be a part of this book. Mo, I think I'm gonna start on another date. Yeah.
My life is good right now. I'm cool.
I know, but it could be better. It could always be better.
Can it? Can it?
Yeah, it can. It can. We'll see when we get back on and do Love is Blind. Have a blessed weekend. I know Adrian and I are working in the house. We are spending a day with no phones and just focusing on working on the house tomorrow and Sunday. I'm going to go hang out with Zuri. It's just so cold here today. I wanted to go see her today, but I couldn't. It was super cold. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Stay tuned. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. So if we do decide to do the Love is Blind, you get a notification. Make sure that you like this before you leave and go and let us know. Let me know. You go to my Instagram page. I put up a poll on does finances matter? Does the income matter? Because that was the thing that Maya's ex, what Justin asked Maya's ex, and I said, income does matter. And because Maya was like, no, it's not about that. But I think it's all a part of your profile. Like when you meet a person, you see what they look like, you see where they've been, you see what their experiences, you know what they do. It all works together. So all of that, all that is a part. But all right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out, Mo.
Yes.
My last statements to you is my face may be a little big, but my head is not. And you're not a tree hugger.
Listen, I ain't got to prove nothing. I hug you.
Bye, y'all. Have a good week.